breath of all radiance and vibration. Soften the ground of our bodies and carve out a space within us where your presence can abide. Fill us with your creativity so that we may be empowered to bear the fruit of your mission. Let each of our actions bear fruit in accordance with our desires. Endow us with the wisdom to grow and share what each being needs to grow and flourish. Untie the tangled threads of destiny that bind us as we release others from the entanglement of past mistakes. Do not let us be seduced by that which would divert us from our true purpose that illuminates the opportunities of our present moment. For you are the ground, the truthful mission, the birth, the power, and fulfillment, as all is gathered and made whole again. And so it is. Hey, babe. Thank you for joining me today. If you're still here, 11:11 on the timer. My name is Nicole. My friends call me Coley. I am the Mom and Shaman, and this is the video diary for today, September 5th, 2023. I am at the beautiful Hemp Hill Library, enjoying the study room. I'm reviewing a recording of an interview show that my friend Lindsay with Hey Y'all and I have been doing for the past couple of weeks, and kind of taking some notes on how I can do it better. So thank you for everyone that watches. Give it a like. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Share this video so that someone else may be aware of the interesting things that I share. Feel free to comment down below where you are watching from, or if you're from TikTok, thank you so much for coming on through. If you're from Instagram, thank you. I appreciate you so much. So, but yeah, I was talking about, I wanted to share with you like what I've been up to like in the past week or so. A couple of weeks back, I was in bed kind of thinking and praying, and I came across an audition for a theater festival that's happening in October, and I was offered a part. So I'm playing the police officer, a no-named character. It's true to it tickles me because this is my second play. So the first play that I did when I was in Texas in 2018, my character was named Cook. So that was my character's name. So my first line in this play is spoken from off stage, and the play that I was in where I played Cook, most of my lines were shouted from off stage, so that's pretty fun, and I'm enjoying it. The director is super awesome. Her name eludes me right now, but I will share that in a future post. She teaches children theater, so I'm a big kid, I'm learning, so I appreciate how she explains things, and she's even quizzed me, so that's been super dope. So yeah, and so I have all of my lines memorized, so now that I know what the words are, I can work on saying them in a certain way and timing them with the comedy of the show, and I'm really excited about that. And if you've interacted with me in public, it may or may not have been when I was at an open mic, and I've been looking for other ones to go to here in Greensboro. I go to one on Wednesday nights at the Culture Lounge with the B-Side GSO, the collective that has been doing that for 2 years. Oh, I'm super excited about that. I was included in the sophomore class of 2023 as their anniversary came around, and I feel really pleased by that. Not that I would have figured I'm a freshman and whatnot. I guess I'm getting credit for being being an elder, because most of those people are in their like 20s and 30s and whatnot, and I'm pushing 50. I'll be 50 in a couple of years. So enjoy me how I look now, because as I continue to take good care of myself, both mentally, physically, and spiritually, I will be aging backwards because I will get healthier. And yeah, so excited about that. And I was sitting here drawing. I'll just share a little bit of what I was drawing today. And as I was listening to the interview as well as another like a lecture perspective on some things, I really like this. Like I don't have anything with me right now, but I was appreciating some of the first pieces that I drew, and I have to say, like, man, I have been getting pretty sick with the pen or what have you. Sick as in skilled. Like I can sit down and draw something relatively intricate and visually appealing to me in a short period of time, which I like. So as I go out and about to visit other places, sometimes I sit in the energy and draw. I do it at church quite frequently. And like I'm just, as I'm moved to, like sometimes I don't feel like drawing and other times I do. So yeah, but I wanted to do a card pull today. So one of the things that I do when I have conversations with people is I read playing cards, and I don't even necessarily read them. I kind of use them to guide the conversation, because I have associations with the card. I'm going to pull a card. I'm going to shuffle them a couple times. Hang on. I shuffle them a couple times, and then I'll pull a card out, and then I'll show you what I mean. So as far as the message that I get from that. Thank you, thank you. Let's see what message we have for. Ooh, I've got a couple cards that fell out. Let's take a look here. Alright, so 7 of Clubs. This is a very interesting number because 2023 adds to 7, so it's considered a 7 year. And the message associated with the number 7, I got the message before the number or what have you. So we create heaven or hell by our choices. When you can choose to be at peace when you think you ought not to, that is when you're overriding your programming. Now when you can choose to be at peace when you know you ought to, that is when you're in a master level of self-control, because how you feel about a situation changes you, not the situation. Learn to look at things differently, especially your frustrations. Now the suit of clubs reminds me of puppy toes. I remember in a prior polyamorous relationship that I was in, the man in the relationship used to call clubs puppy toes. So when I heard people playing spades, he would mention that. And so when I think puppy toes, I think dog pound, I think peer group, I think loyalty, because dogs are very loyal animals. And I'm getting like loyal to a fault. Don't be so loyal to someone else that you betray yourself. Don't be so loyal to an ideal that is that loyalty ends up creating a detriment or a deficiency in your life. So at church the other day, the man speaking was saying something about we're not worthy of God's love or what have you, and I was like, that's the thing, that like that's what it is. Like I had not heard someone say that in a while, but I feel like we say that to ourselves so often. We're not worthy, and that's the lie of the adversary. God loves us unconditionally. And it is through raising our level of awareness into Christ consciousness where we are embodying forgiveness, grace, and mercy. Forgiveness is the intentional release of resentment. So, and there's a lot of unforgiveness going on, and it's kind of underlying in our lives, or what have you. We think we've forgiven, but we still carry that hurt around. That resentment is the pain over that experience. And it becomes a weight to us. And I realized the other day that I was like, I had let unresolved unforgiveness and resentment pinch me off from looking for and doing things that I could do to help people that I care about. And it was like back in like May, the Holy Spirit was starting to work on me as far as that's concerned, but it takes as long as it takes. As I'm having conversations with myself and other people, as I'm sharing messages with them about their circumstances, I'm listening and I'm coming to understand how I can look at my own circumstances. So as I'm helping others heal, I'm also healing myself. So everyone that is connected to me that heals, they heal me too. And as I heal myself, I heal those around me, because I'm sharing with them the lesson of what I have learned. And then they, at that point, get the opportunity to choose to apply that lesson and take their power back, or choose to stay disempowered until they realize for themselves that they can make a different choice. So then the other card that comes out is the number 5 of diamonds. So gratitude is the attitude. You must make the call to be grateful for everything, even the BS. It's fertilizer to help fertilize the seed, to make you wiser. I like to say it's fertilizer to make you wiser. You're fertilizing the seed that's been planted in your heart. Now, diamonds talk to me about time, patience, and pressure. When I was a kid in elementary school, my standardized test scores came back and my results were really high, so my mom decided to send a note to school and to my teacher to ask if I could be tested for like academically gifted, because my grades were not high. However, the test results were very, like, I was in like the 99th percentile or what have you. So like she sent a note to school, and my teacher, God bless him, read the note, said, "Class, I'll be right back." He stood up and walked right out to go get that done. Now, I am a twin, and I remember that my twin sister's teacher made a different choice. She chose to not comply with my mother's request just to have her tested, and her rationale was that she did not feel as though my sister was mature enough. And I'm just like, that is infuriating. But she's grown now and she's very mature, and I'm so grateful for her, and I'm proud of her and the growth that she has shown in her personal development path, and she's inspired me as well by her growth. And I hope that I have inspired her as well by my growth in adventurousness and just general effort. I'm going to try anyway. Fail fast, fail forward, fail often. And the number 5 in the 10 Commandments, I learned those at Bible study a couple of weeks back, and I think I remember all of them. I'm going to try to do them in a minute. Is honor your mother and father. Honor your parents. They did their best to teach you everything they could. One of the messages that was so profound, and I remind myself of that I delivered to someone when my late sister Mia came through in a reading that I was having with someone. Forgive your ancestors, your parents, or the people that traumatized you in whatever way, because as their intention was to protect you from the world that they grew up in without preparing you for the world that you are meant to create. And as you learn to forgive, now that's intentionally releasing resentment. Now, I thought that it was forgive and let live, or, forgive and just forgive and forgive and forgive. At a certain point, if that person is not changing their behavior, the onus is then upon you to separate yourself from them so that they can learn their lesson and you can no longer be additionally traumatized or triggered or what have you. Know that pain is a part of life. And I once told my mom that my children were the joy and sorrow of my life, because I wanted to give them everything, but I knew that I would not be able to. And even if you can give your children everything, sometimes the things that you work for are appreciated so much more because you have that sense of accomplishment. And so I appreciate that. So I have desired to shift my role as my children are older now. My youngest child is 17. From parent to guide and encourager, or what have you. So one of the messages of late is pain is a part of life. Suffering is a choice. You experience the pain of discipline, so that helps you build your strength and consistency, or you suffer the regret of that lack of discipline. And so yeah, of late my call has been to myself to increase my level of spiritual, physical, and mental discipline, pour into myself, connect with my inner being more, meditate more, create more, have more fun, do the things that make me go, ooh, so good. So like, yeah, and that's, I can have what others might think is an absolutely mundane day, and it can just be glorious to me, because everything I'm doing in a state of gratitude and appreciation. And whereas someone else might look at my life or the circumstances within my right now reality and feel like, oh, that's not enough, I would feel, but you don't have to feel. I feel satisfaction with my current circumstances. Now, do I wish they were better? I would like them to be better. The thing is, they are getting better, because I'm focused on the growth that is happening and focusing on what I can do for me and those that I care about. And I remind myself of something else that I said to someone who was in a state of confusion. Whenever I get confused, like, dude, the people that need you, that you are meant to help, they need you to heal so that you can help them. And I want to encourage you, if you're going through a dark time and you need someone to talk to click the link in the description, book a call with me, or talk to somebody. If you don't want to talk to anyone, there's a link in my link tree. There's a link to my Amazon adventure journal, which is some art that you can color, and blank pages that you can write your thoughts on or doodle yourself. Whatever you do, know that you are not alone. God hears you. God loves you. God wants you to be happy. And if you feel otherwise, that is the lie of the adversary. And so as I heard someone say that from the pulpit at church or whatnot, I was just like, my intuition pinged on it like, hold up, we are worthy of God's love. It's whether or not we feel as though we're worthy of it that determines how well or it comes to us. I remember when I was married, I'm now divorced. Thank God for my ex-husband and the experience of our relationship. I learned so much about myself and like my desires. Like, I wanted to have someone, and they came along at just the right time and said the right things, and there's so much that I didn't see because I was so happy to have someone when I wanted someone. And I have recently had some circumstances come to light related to that relationship that let me know that the way that things happened were for the best, so that things could happen the way that they're meant to. And I felt so bad about it for so long, and I'm still working through the releasing of the resentment as it pertains to that. But it's a process. I'm going to take my time and give myself some grace as far as that's concerned, and feel those feelings. Healing is feeling the feelings, and you can't really say that you've grown unless you look back and kind of cringe a little bit at some of the shit that you've done. So know that you are growing. You're a green, growing human becoming. Okay, so the seven in the 10 commandments is thou shalt not commit adultery. So let me see if I can remember all 10 of the commandments. So 1 is have no other gods before me. 2, do not bow down before graven images. 3 is do not take the Lord's name in vain. 4 is honor the Sabbath. 5, honor your mother and father. 6, thou shalt not kill. 7, thou shalt not commit adultery. 8, thou shalt not steal. 9, thou shalt not bear false witness. 10 is thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's possessions, or what have you. So comment down below if you are familiar with the 10 commandments, if I got anything wrong, if I got anything right. Like, yeah, hype me up. Thank you so much. So shout out to Jim, who was kind enough to share that message a while back, and I was like, man, that was really good, like, keep them coming. And so he's had different guests come to Bible study ever since then, and they're always engaging lessons, so I'm appreciating that. And again, as a non-Christian, I am there to learn, and I just teach perspective as I can, because I understand myself, and I'm compassionate towards people who are in states of grief and resentment and unforgiveness. And as we have our individual path to wholeness and whatnot, knowing that Christ is the key to that level of awareness that Jesus Christ possessed, and the message that he said again and again, forgiveness, forgiveness, forgiveness. You do not know what they are going through, but for the grace of the Most High. Like, it could be you. So I remember that when I see someone in distress, if I can help them and I'm moved to, I do. If I'm not moved to help them, I know that God has them. And if I see someone in a state of happiness, I appreciate that, because I like to see people happy. Who doesn't? I mean, particularly as it stands right now, it feels as though it's September 5th, 2023, and COVID is still happening. My girlfriend just acknowledged that she got COVID, so I'm like, wow, prayers for her. I'm gonna take her some things and kind of drop them off at the door and scooch on away, because I cohabitate, and I would hate to feel as though I brought anything home that could prevent someone from working or doing the things that they need to do. So wash your hands, drink your water. Speaking of water, I observe intermittent fasting, and as I am fasting, one of the things that I like to do is have my drinks be interesting. So this is today's concoction of lime and pineapple. So I got up and butchered a pineapple this morning, and I'm working on a cheesecake egg roll type situation. So I got some cream cheese and mixed it with some powdered sugar and vanilla. Thank you, Amanda, for sharing those component parts with me, because I was gonna just probably do cream cheese and powdered sugar, but not add the vanilla, so that does kind of give it that little taste to it. Talking about this, I'm thinking my mouth is watering. So yeah. So good. I've been doing lime water a bit lately, but as I was chopping up the pineapple, I was like, let me chop up some bits and put it in there. So that flavors my water throughout the day. And I use bits of the pineapple that people tend to throw away, which is like the core, the nice fibrous piece, and I like to chew on that too. So it's a good bit of fiber to get the poops a going. Confirmation burp, thank you so much. That was a good one. That's a breathy thing. So I'm going to go ahead on and close this on out. Was there anything else? I wanted to say thank you to everyone that has booked their readings with me, that has come out to sit with me when I'm available for in-person readings, who has booked sessions with me for in-person readings and sessions. It's really great to meet you in person, to see you and talk to you, and to encourage you through the transitions of life. As I'm still grieving intentionally, I'm working towards getting some things together as far as the business plan. Thank you, Isaac, for sending me that to create some sister honoring treats for my sister Mia, who passed away a year ago in July of 2022. So thank you for your kind donations. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your support of sharing my videos, sharing my content, and helping me reach as many people as the universe has out for me. God is so good. Glory be to the Most High, from whom all blessings flow. My name is Nicole. My friends call me Coley. And before I go, I'm going to say, what little words of encouragement can I have for you today? I did a little bit of rhyming on time. Oh, okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you for blessing me. I am grateful. Grateful for everything. And you give me another day. You help me find the words to say. I love you so much. You're beautiful, sexy, amazing, and your butt looks nice. Have a great day or night, whichever time you're watching this. Come back for more, and thank you so much.